To continue off my discussion here, but that's ultimately what happened. And I think at the end of the day, you saw eroding of the Democratic base in 2024. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to acknowledge this reality, but I think the status quo approach to the Democratic Party ultimately costed them. You know, they didn't really want to push for real vibrant change in this country. And the Republican Party basically charlataned their way to the polls. They told people, we're going to lower inflation day one. We're going to lower grocery prices. And it worked for them. That's how they won. But I want to argue they also did not perform super well either, despite Trump winning. I mean, they won back the Senate, to be fair. They won some legislative seats back. And Donald Trump won the popular vote by like a point and a half. Okay. And the Democrats lost the house, didn't win back the House, but they also gained 2 House seats despite not winning back the House in a year that Republicans supposedly did better. Ultimately, what the numbers showed was Republicans did identically the same as they did in 2022. The numbers didn't move in their favor any higher. It's just the numbers that they won in 2022 is the numbers they won in 2024. What you saw, though, was an erosion of Democratic support. That's ultimately what happened. Because if you look at the votes from 2020 to 2024, okay, Biden won about 80 million votes. 81 million votes to Trump's 74 million. So what happened in 2024 was Trump won 77 million to Harris's 75 million. So what you ultimately saw was a drop of 6 to 8 million vote decrease on the Democratic side, and a 2 to 3 million increase for the Republican side. So Trump gained a few million votes. Harris lost about 6 to 8 million votes compared to what Biden got. That's ultimately what you saw. So there was an erosion of the Democratic base. There was an erosion of independent left-leaning independents. Again, because people felt like nothing was ever going to change. Now, we had the return of Donald Trump, which obviously is going to be very destructive for our country. And we see the fruits of that right now. But I told you, as a result, there will definitely be a left-wing populist that rise up, along with an independent coalition of voters, because people are going to be desperate for change of any corner they can get it. And now they're realizing the Republican Party has become the charlatans they are. Now they're realizing the Republican Party is not going to deal with the cost of living. The Republican Party is actually going to make their quality of life worse. Now, the first time in U.S. history, the Republican Party is painted as the political elite. They are of the problem that we are tired of as voters. All right. They are not America first. They are Israel first. They are Russia first. They are any foreign dictator or government first over the will of the American people. Okay? And their donors come first. American people, to them, don't matter. Voters don't matter. The voters are realizing this now. Okay? And that's why I said you're going to see a massive blue wave in this year. It's going to happen. Just because people are so mad at the people in charge right now. But it's more than just that. People are now voting for different types of candidates, especially on the Democratic side. They're voting for more anti-establishment, pro-populist Democratic candidates. Okay? Which, this is what I'm saying, the rise of the fall of the political establishment is only continuing on to today. So what I was arguing about was to rehash what happened in 2016, 2008. So 2008, obviously, Obama won. He was the anti-establishment guy, so people thought. He really wasn't, but he said that. And he beat McCain, who was the old guard of the Republican Party. That's why I said the Republican establishment was done after that point. You know. But same with Trump. Trump defeated the Bushes and the Clintons. So Trump defeated 2 political dynasties. He defeated the Republican establishment and he defeated the Democratic establishment. But obviously Donald Trump became the swamp he claimed to run against. So Donald Trump is even more corrupt than all the people he exploited. So now I told people this cult was going to have an expiration date. It's been 10 years. The time's up. You're seeing the coalition fall apart right now. The cult's falling apart because ultimately Donald Trump didn't keep his promises. He sent us into forever wars, caused our prices to go up. He caused inflation to go up. Matter of fact, you want to know where inflation's at right now? 4.2. You know where it was at in November 2024? 2.4. So inflation has doubled since Trump got in office. Okay. That's why I said the Republicans dropped the ball on the economy. They're done. They're done. Voters don't buy what they say anymore. Okay. But I would argue the Republican establishment died a long time ago, as far as political branding goes. Now, this time, it's going to be the Democratic establishment that goes down, right along with the Republican majority. Because people are sick of it. People want change. People want their money put back in their neighborhoods and communities. People want their tax dollars to go to bettering their lives. We are tired of paying for forever-ending wars. We are tired of paying for corporate subsidies for corporations. We are tired of paying for things that we don't support. Meanwhile, our healthcare is not getting fixed. Our infrastructure is not getting fixed. Our education system's not getting fixed. We can't afford to have great things. That's what these people say on a regular basis. Okay? We're over it. We are over it. Okay? And I told people eventually this was going to happen. Now, people sit here and laughed at me when I said this. I'm telling you right now, it's only going to continue. Because the lies can only go on for so long before people wake up and realize, wait a minute here. This isn't right. And my life's not getting better. It's getting worse. And what are the people in charge doing? They're doing nothing to make my life better. If not, they're making it worse. And when people turn on the TV every day and see unendless chaos of the current occupant in the White House, that only inflames the argument more. So obviously, I told people this after 2024, that was going to be the last time the Democratic Party was going to be able to put up a pro-establishment Democratic candidate. Those days are done. And even the former driver of that seat, two former drivers of that seat, are acknowledging that reality now. Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, of all people. Just saying. They see the writing on the wall. Even they see it. Okay? Along with Obama. They all see it now. They realize, look, our guard of the party's not going to win anymore. We're done. We got to step aside. We got to let the younger folks take over. You know? Well, with the exception of Kamala. Kamala obviously plans on running again, so she's not stepping aside. But she's at least acknowledging what's going on the ground. You know, and that is a step in the right direction. But that being said, I argue the political establishment was falling apart already at the seams. The Republican establishment fell apart a long time ago. The Democratic establishment, this is their last year. They are 2024 was really their last year. That's why I said 2026, you're going to see a whole rise of populism, and the Democratic establishment's going down. It's going down. The Democratic Party establishment's about done. There may be a few left in the party, but it's not going to be as many. After this election cycle, you're going to see far less corporate Democrats in charge of the party than you did prior elections before. That part I'm predicting. Aside with the new incoming Democratic majority in the year 2027, which is, I do already know that's going to happen. So people can argue with me all they want. It's going to be a blowout for the Democratic Party. We know that already. It's going to be a referendum on the current administration. It just is what it is. But that's all I want to say in this video. But it does make me hopeful for future generations and the kind of government they fight to have, which we need more of that energy. But it's to be continued. But I think change is going to happen. And I think, unfortunately, right now, things are going to get worse before they get better. But I think they will get better. It's just going to be a fight to get there. Okay, that's all I want to say in this video. I'll see you all later. Love y'all. Goodbye. Have a great night.